Welcome back to Just Torah, the channel that's about reading the Torah and getting a basic understanding of what it entails, especially for those that believe in keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of YAHUAH. Chapter 4, verse 1. And YAHUAH spoke unto Moshe and unto Aaron, saying, verse 2, Take the sum of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, after their families, by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old, all that enter into the host to do the work in the tabernacle of the assembly. Verse 4, This shall be the service of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the assembly, about the most holy things. Verse 5, And when the camp sets forward, Aaron shall come and his sons, and they shall take down the covering veil, and cover the ark of the testimony with it. Verse 6, And shall put thereon the covering of antelope skins, and shall spread over it a cloth wholly of blue, and shall put in the staves thereof. Verse 7, And upon the table of showbread they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put thereon the dishes, and the spoons, and the bowls, and covers to cover withal. And the continual bread shall be thereon. And they shall spread upon them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of antelope skins, and shall put in the staves thereof. Verse 9, And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the menorah of the light, and his lamps, and his tongues, and his snuff dishes, and all the oil vessels thereof, wherewith they minister unto it. And they shall put it and all the vessels thereof within a covering of antelope skins, and shall put it upon a bar. Verse 11, And upon the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with the covering of antelope skins, and shall put to the staves thereof. And they shall take all the instruments of ministry, wherewith they minister in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of antelope skins, and shall put them on a bar. Verse 13, And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth thereon. And they shall put upon it all the vessels thereof, wherewith they minister about it, even the censers, the flesh hooks, and the shovels, and the basins, all the vessels of the altar. And they shall spread upon it a covering of antelope skins, and put to the staves of it. Verse 15, And when Aaron and his sons have made an end of covering the sanctuary, and all the vessels of the sanctuary, as the camp is to set forward, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to bear it, but they shall not touch any holy thing, lest they die. These things are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tabernacle of the assembly. Verse 16, And to the office of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, pertains the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily oblation, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the tabernacle, and of all that therein is, in the sanctuary, and in the vessels thereof. Verse 17, And YAHUAH spoke unto Moshe and unto Aaron, saying, Cut you not off the tribe of the families of the Kohathites from among the Levites, but thus do unto them, that they may live and not die. When they approach unto the most holy things, Aaron and his sons shall go in, and appoint them everyone to his service and to his burden. But they shall not go in to see when the holy things are covered, lest they die. Verse 21, And YAHUAH spoke unto Moshe, saying, Take also the sum of the sons of Gershon throughout the house of their fathers, by their families, from 30 years old and upward until 50 years old shall you number them, all that enter in to perform the service, to do the work in the tabernacle of the assembly. This is the service of the families of the Gershonites, to serve and for burdens. Verse 25, And they shall bear the curtains of the tabernacle, and the tabernacle of the assembly, his covering, and the covering of the antelope skins that is above upon it, and the hanging for the door of the tabernacle of the assembly. Verse 26, and the hangings of the court, and the hanging for the door of the gate of the court, which is by the tabernacle, and by the altar round about, and their cords, and all the instruments of their service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve. Verse 27, at the appointment of Aaron and his sons shall be all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, and all their burdens, and in all their service, and you shall appoint unto them in charge all their burdens. This is the service of the families of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the assembly, and their charge shall be under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. Verse 29, as for the sons of Merari, you shall number them after their families by the house of their fathers. From 30 years old and upward, even until 50 years old shall you number them. Everyone that enters into the service to do the work of the tabernacle of the assembly. Verse 31, and this is the charge of their burden, according to all their service in the tabernacle of the assembly. The boards of the tabernacle, and the bars thereof, and the pillars thereof, and sockets thereof, and the pillars of the court round about, and their sockets, and their pins, and their cords, with all their instruments, and with all their service. And by name you shall reckon the instruments of the charge of their burden. Verse 33, this is the service of the families of the son of Merari, according to all their service in the tabernacle of the assembly, under the hand of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. Verse 34, and Moshe and Aaron and the chief of the assembly numbered the sons of the Kohathites after their families and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, everyone that enters into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the assembly. Verse 36, and those that were numbered of them by their families were 2,750. Verse 37, these were they that were numbered of the families of the Kohathites, all that might do service in the tabernacle of the assembly, which Moses and Aaron did number according to the commandment of YAHUAH by the hand of Moshe. Verse 38, and those that were numbered of the sons of Gershon throughout their families and by the houses of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, everyone that enters into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the assembly, even those that were numbered of them throughout their families by the house of their fathers, were 2,630. Verse 41, these are they that were numbered of the families of the sons of Gershon, of all that might do service in the tabernacle of the assembly, whom Moses and Aaron did number according to the commandment of YAHUAH. Verse 42, and those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari throughout their families by the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, everyone that entered into the service for the work in the tabernacle of the assembly, even those that were numbered of them after their families, were 3,200. Verse 45, these be those that were numbered of the families of the sons of Merari, whom Moses and Aaron numbered according to the word of YAHUAH by the hand of Moses. All those that were numbered of the Levites, whom Moses and Aaron and the chief of Yasharel numbered, after their families and after the house of their fathers, from 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, everyone that came to do the service of the ministry and the service of the burden in the tabernacle of the assembly, even those that were numbered of them, were 8,540. According to the commandment of YAHUAH, they were numbered by the hand of Moses, everyone according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they numbered of him as YAHUAH commanded Moses. And this is the end of the reading of chapter 4. I pray y'all bless you. I pray you continue to read his word on your own. I pray you get better understanding, that Yah reveals himself unto you so that you can know what he truly wants you to know from him. He will show you who he is. He's made it plain in his word. All we need to do is read daily and study, and he'll reveal even more unto you. Be blessed and shalom.